Hello and welcome to the start of my 2020 winter spring campaign on my local syndicate. Got on here the back end of last year after the syndicate I was on being closed down. We'll leave out there. It's 3 lakes down here. My plans have had to alter a little bit because as in all areas we've had plenty of rain and it floods very easily here, and so for the last 3 months I haven't been able to get down on here, and had to go to a few local runs waters to get a bend in or whatever now and then. I did want to go on one of the smaller lakes around the back, but that's still very marshy around there, and it's fairly low stocked, so that was going to be more of my autumn water, and I was always going to come on here on the bigger lake, which is mediumly stocked. I haven't been told how many fish are in here. There's a fair head to go at, and it's a little drier, shall we say. I've got a target of a £30 common. There's 3 or 4 in here at the right time of year, hopefully be in now. With the floods, there's a few fish moved around. There's a very big ghostie that was in one of the other lakes, has now since been caught in here, so hopefully, if it's ended up in here, there's a reason why it's ended up in here, and hopefully all the fish have stopped in this lake and not spread out to the other 2. This is my second session. I came down last week to see what it was like. Really didn't get anything, but the bottom is very fine fluffy silt, obviously because the sediment from the floods is all settling down. I had 5 or 6 kilos of spot mix with me, so I've cleared a few spots, hopefully down to the harder stuff. Location wise for fish, I haven't seen much when I've been walking around. There's old weed beds all over, because this lake suffered quite badly from weed this year. So finding a weed for them to be laying up in that, it could be anywhere. So keep the bait trickling in, and hopefully they'll hang around a bit. Alright, baiting rig rise. I rolled my own bait. Got the old Faithful, it did quite well last winter. Bird seed with a secret squirrel ingredient. And it's obviously quite a bite bait, quite hard. Quite high leakage. There's a bit, as I say, bird food, bit pea protein, and we'll leave that there. Rigs, I've got, well, placement wise for the actual where I'm fishing the rigs, I've got found a little clear area where I've put some of the spod mix last time I was down. That's nice and hard, so I've got a bottom bait there with a small PVA bag crumbs boilie, and some slightly softer ground in the silt come dying weed. I've got a wafter and a pop-up. They're rolled using the same base mix with some dust to give them buoyancy. Don't know if you can see that. They're all hand rolled, different sizes, some barrels, some big 18 millers down to probably 8mm, 10mm. I've got one of the barrels as a pop-up, and one of these, well, probably one a bit bigger than that, as the wafter, on size 6 hooks. So the smaller one, it turns it into the wafter, as there's less weight with the hook, etc. Basic rigs, I've got a slip D and just a plain knotless knot for the bottom. I'll show you the water. It's typical gravel pit, so there's not a lot of features. The water is looking a bit clearer now. It was still a bit chocolate brown yesterday. Last week. Right, so this is where I'm fishing. You can see it's typical gravel pit, quite open, no islands or features. Features are all on the bottom. Where are we? I'm fishing probably in the middle, maybe a bit closer to me. It was all out of focus there. Quite widespread. You've got to cover the ground this time of year, because if you find the fish, they're going to be all grouped up. So hopefully I can locate them and catch them. If you see them, a green tarpaulin, top tip for it being muddy, get an old ground sheet out in front of your bivvy, and it keeps you inside a bit cleaner. So hopefully we'll get one out later. It's warming up tonight, unusually for this time of year. There's a bit of rain in the air. Perfect conditions, really. Well, morning. Nothing to report last night other than boy did it blow. Ended up taking my bobbins off and tightening up, because it was beep beep, beep beep on the old delks all night. Finally got off about 12 o'clock, expecting to be woken up, but alarm went off at 6. So I've been up. Oh, it's 8:30 now. Been watching the water. It's a lot calmer today. The wind's starting to pick up a bit now, but nothing really showing. There's obviously, with the amount of silt in here at the moment, there's bits of fizzing all over. Some of the smaller stuff's breaking the surface, but no real visible signs of guaranteed carp. There's 2 more members down today. There's one opposite, although I think he's on the pike, and a chap over on the other lake. Probably exploring himself, because no one knows where the stock is 100%. That's it this morning. I've I had a line bite this morning about 7 o'clock on the right hand rod, so I've brought that probably 2 rod lengths closer in. With the temperature being up, I've spread some boilers around as well, because I overheat these boilers, so if they're looking for them, hopefully they'll pick up my bait. See you later. Evening. Sorry we've gone a little bit Blair Witch, but left it a bit late. It's 5 o'clock now. I've had nothing all day, but that's to be expected really. Making excuses already. A couple more members popped down today, so that limited a possible move, as we're fairly well spread across the lake. No one else has had anything today, so I haven't missed out by not moving. I've dropped the rods in a few different positions, put a bit of bait over the top. Got some micro pellet and my own flavouring in, and some more boilers. Same rigs as I've been fishing on. Again, I've still got a bottom bait, but I've got to pop up on a slightly firmer surface, and another one on an old weed bed. Had a lot of grief off the tufters today. Been picked up once or twice. But nothing else to report really. Bailiff's been round. There's only a couple of fish been out since floods. It's not fishing great, but it's still a good chance tonight. It's warm, it's going to rain, so that's going to put a bit of warmth in the water, and hopefully tonight's the night. Well, that little bit of rain turned into a torrential downpour, and a flood warning was issued.